Hello, welcome back to pattern making with Let Morris. We've taken a break and we're back now to complete the pattern for this dress that we've been doing. We're going to be doing the collar and we're going to do the back armhole facing. So I just want to thank you again. Take this moment for watching. We've got this in a few parts, but I will post them up and I hope you'll follow them through. If you watch one, you just got to search through until you find um, stage one. Hopefully I should put them in their different stages so you can follow it through. And it's easy. You can always follow it through and see where we're at. So I just want to thank you again for watching, and please comment, please share, please like, please subscribe. And if you've got any comments, just put them in the comment section and I'll look at them and I'll help you through it if you've got some comments. So here we go. We're just going to do the facing for the armhole, and we need these two pieces. We need the center back at the top and the side, and a sheet of paper, fresh sheet, clean sheet of paper, and we're going to take off the seam allowance off of there, and we're going to place the seam onto the seam. And then once we've got that, we're going to mark around from the underarm a bit and around the armhole section to a little bit on the neck. And once we've got that, all we do is we're just going to take that away, and we've got that shape on there, and we're just going to make the same depth of facing like we did on the front, which is 2 inches, and we can just take that to there and make sure it's the same because they're going to be joining at the underarm at that point. And we're going to measure it all the way around so that we get the same amount on there for the facing. And then we just put a grain line on which is parallel to the center back, and that is your grain line on there. And then that is your back neck facing, and we're going to write on there back neck facing, and we're going to cut 2 of those plus a fuse. Okay, the fuse is to help it to have a nice firm fit at the underarm. So that is your shape, and that's your facing for the armhole. So the next thing we're going to do is to create our collar, and we're going to keep that collar at 2 inches. And the first thing we have to do is to square a line out, and then square one out that way, and we're going to just create a rectangle on our paper. And the rectangle would be the depth of your collar, depth of the collar by your neck measurement at the back. We do half of it and half the front, whatever that measurement is. So I'm going to take this measurement here. We're going to call this the center front. So from here, I'm going to measure what the front is, and I normally make it 5 inches. That's for a standard. As you get bigger, it will vary a little bit around your neck. So I'm going to keep that at 5. I'm going to do, it will be 10 inches altogether, but I'm just going to use 5. 5.5, and I'll put a mark, and I'm going to make sure that, call that the shoulder. And then I'm going to measure the back, which is 3 inches. So I'm going to measure from that point there 3 inches out, and that will be my back. And I'm going to square a line that way, and then I'm going to measure the depth of my collar, which is, I'm going to make it 2 inches. 2 inches, and then I'm going to connect the lines, and it gives me a rectangle on my paper, and I'm going to call this the center back. So from here to here is my front, and from here to here is my center back. So once I've got that, I'm going to put a line through halfway between the shoulder and the back there, like that. And I'm going to put 2 lines between the front and the shoulder, like that. And then once I've got that, so I've separated it into 1, 2, 3, and 4 sections. I'm going to cut out that rectangle that I've got because I need to tighten up the neck that is going closer to the neckline. So if you can look at the sketch, the drawing, and you can see that the neck edge here is smaller than it is at the where it attached to the garment. So that's what I'm aiming to do. So I'm going to tighten it up. So I'll cut out that shape, that little rectangle that I've got, like that. Like this. And I'm going to get another sheet of paper once I've cut that out. I'm going to get another sheet of paper. Along here, that's my, I'm going to call this my center front. So I'm going to cut up on this, each of these lines that I've drawn here. I'm going to cut to there, and I'm going to cut to here, slash it. Don't cut it all the way through. And at the back, I'm going to cut it up to there. I'm going to get another sheet of paper and I'm going to fold it, because I'm going to work on the fold edge now, because I want to do the whole collar. At the moment, we've drafted, the draft that we've got is half. So I folded it on that edge, and I'm going to take the front up to the fold, because I want it to be on the fold. So once it's on the fold like that, the lines that I've slashed up, they're all like that. I'm going to close it at this edge here by 1/4 of an inch or 1/8, depending on how near you want it to come to the neckline. So once I've folded, I overlap it to those points. Make sure you cut as near as you can to the edge, but not all the way through, so that it can close. I'm going to close it 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 along there, so that it gets tighter at that edge. Then once I've done that, I'm going to mark around the neck edge of that, down the bottom here, and I'm going to take it along there. Can you see that? So along the bottom area here, I'm going to put that little notch in, but we can check it after to make sure we got that right. So now you can see what we've got. We've now tightened up this area here, and we've now got that shape. So the edge of the neck edge here that is close to the neck is tighter than the edge that is going to be stitched to the garment. This edge here is going to be stitched to the garment, and you've got to check that it's 2 inches all the way along, and make sure you've got a nice shape round the neck edge like that. So once you've got that, you've got to check, measure from the center of the center front, because this is your center front, your 5.5 inches, and you put a notch. So whatever the measure your 5.5 inches is, 5.5, then you put a notch there, and that is your shoulder notch. And then from there to there would be 3 inches. So you check it and make sure it's 3 inches, and then you know that you're right there. So that is your back neck. This is your center back here, and your center front, and your shoulder. So once you've got that, you just add your 1/4 of an inch seam down the center back like that, because you only need 1/4 of an inch on these, and you add a quarter around your neck edge here, and you allow a quarter around the neck edge where you're going to be stitching your collar to your garment along there. So you've got a quarter all the way around there, and a quarter around that edge, and a quarter down there, and you've got your notch in. And then you put 2 notches in, one there and one at the top. That's going to be where your loop is going to go for your little buttons. So that is your collar shape. And then you write on there collar, and you're going to cut 2 plus fuse, plus a fuse. Okay, so that is your collar shape, and then you just cut out the shape once you've got your nice smooth line running around the neckline, neck edge, and you cut down the center back here, and you cut down the center back along here, and that is the shape of your collar. And then all you do is you're going to put a notch there, and a notch there for your collar. You can open it out and you can see that's your collar shape that fits around your neck, and you put a grain line through here. You can use the grain line going that way, or you can use it going this way as well. So you could have 2 grain lines on your shape. So that would be 1 grain line, or you can use the other. Depends on how you lay it in on your fabric. So that is your collar. So you would have a notch there and a notch there, notch there. And once you notch there, you fold it back like that, and you notch it, and it'll come through on the other side. You notch it and it'll come through on the other side. So that is your collar. That is your collar shape for your dress. Your dress, which is that. It's got the buttons down, little loop and buttons down the back. It's plain at the front, no seam, and it's tightened up for the neck edge that goes nearer to your neck. So that is your collar piece, and that is how we finish our pattern. So that is the pattern complete. I hope you will be able to follow that through, make the pattern for yourself, and you can change it up if you want. If you're not sure, you can send me a message. You'd like to do something else with it, do a different line or something, and I'll help you through this. So these are the pattern pieces that you have, and I'm going to be laying them out so that you can see exactly how they fit on the actual fabric. So I can just do that right this moment. So that's your center front. That's the front. That's your side front skirt piece. That's your inset side that goes down the front like that. Hope you can see this. These are the pattern pieces. That's your armhole facing there. That's your collar. That's your collar here. Let's move that over so that you can see that a bit more. That's your front. That's your side bit. That's your panel. That's your armhole facing there. That is, we just put that in. That is your side. That's your bottom of your back skirt along there. That's your side panels. That's the side panel. That's your side panel of your back of your dress along there. Side panels into there. Hope you can see these. That's looking like that. So that's the shape of the pattern pieces that you have. That's your side panel over here. We'll put that one there, side back panel. You notice all the pattern piece, when you lay them on your fabric, they have to be upwards like that. And that's your collar in there. That's your facing. that's your back skirt, and also you've got to have your back neck, your back armhole facing on there as well, so it all fits in. So I hope you see all of this, that we have created all the pattern shapes for this beautiful dress, and I hope you'll be able to follow through and make this yourself. This is your other pattern piece for the armhole. I should just fit that over that side here so that you can see that's the side back there. Those are the pattern pieces that we have. You've got your back skirt piece, you've got the side back, you've got your armhole facings in there, you've got your collar, you've got your center back here, and you've got your other side back here, and you've got your main center front piece there, and you've got the side front piece there. So those are the pattern pieces that we have created for your style. So I hope that you find these very helpful, and you're able to create this. Now you're ready for cutting out, and this will be your beautiful style that we have created here. And I just trust you enjoy making the pattern for it. If you attempt to make it, if you get stuck, please send me a message. And once again, thanks for watching, wherever you are, whether it's morning, lunchtime, or evening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, to share, to subscribe as you watch. Thank you very much. Have a great day. It's not too hot today, so we can relax today. So thank you for watching. Have a blessed and wonderful day as you continue to watch, follow, and share. Bye-bye. Bye.